Hello and welcome to Simple Cryptocurrency News presented by Phantasma Chain. And in today's news video, we're going to be talking about the SEC looking to hire crypto specialists. Then we're going to be looking at some news from Phantasma Chain and an important partnership that they've announced. Then we'll talk about the Neo ecosystem and some of the latest news from there. Now, before I get into the news, I just want to remind you that in the description below the video, you will see the times as well as the topics that I'll be discussing within the whole video. So you can simply click on the time and it'll take you directly to that specific topic. Now, that being said, let's get right in. So let's have a look at coin market cap first because we want to get a sentiment of the actual market. So as we can see, the sentiment is actually really bullish, at least for the last 2 days it has been. So Bitcoin has reached 4,925 on average. As we can see, pretty much everything is up, right? All the alts are up as well. Ethereum is up 11%, Litecoin 22%, Bitcoin Cash 42.8%. So that's a whole lot, you know. Cardano 8.7, nearly 99 cents. So yeah, I mean everything's looking bullish. Neo 1179, Ontology 147. Now it's important to note that Ontology was above Neo in terms of ranking on CoinMarketCap some time ago, but now Neo has taken dominance again. Now the difference is not that big, right? 766 million versus 728 million. This could easily change. So that's not to say that Ontology will not be on top again, but it is what it is. So it just shows you. So yeah, everything is just looking really, really positive. So actually the biggest gainer is Bitcoin Cash and the biggest loser is ABBC coin, which I've never heard of, and Raven coin, which I have heard of, is the second biggest loser. So not everything can win, right? But the majority are in green, right? The majority of these main projects. So that's pretty cool. Now that being said, let's get into the news. So what do we have to say about the SEC? So the SEC are on the lookout for crypto specialists, blockchain and crypto jobs. They're all on the rise. So this was actually published yesterday. So basically they're saying here that the SEC are starting to look for crypto specialists simply because, you know, they're looking to approve this ETF. And also not only that, but to do some kind of analysis on the market, to check out the situation in general, basically, right? To see if the market's being manipulated, in which way it's being manipulated, and things like that, right? So basically, analysts were able to analyze the market and go into depth and probably track down scammers as well, right? So they're looking for various people. So not only for this ETF, but in general. So yeah, actually, they did say here that the Bitcoin Exchange Trading Fund has been pushed to May 2019. So only a month to go until we find out. Now, I hope they're not going to delay it again for whatever reason. But, you know, let's wait and see. Anything's possible, right? Other than that, they're not really talking about anything else, right? Just Facebook posting 20 job listings for blockchain related jobs on LinkedIn alone. So basically, yeah, we're seeing more of these blockchain related jobs, right? So obviously, if you're a developer or I don't know, like a data analyst, and you want to move on to the blockchain and start switching your career path, then there will be a lot of job opportunities for you. Obviously, not in every country. Some countries have more than others. We know that the US has more than others, but countries like the UK as well, in Europe, and maybe Germany, probably Switzerland as well, and Malta, you know, you're going to have different countries that are looking for blockchain specialists. So yes, interesting to find out that the SEC are looking for that. Basically, they're taking cryptocurrency seriously, and this is very important for us, right? This is what we want to see. Cool, that's that about the SEC. Let's move on and talk about Phantasma Chain. So, Phantasma Chain, stake for energy. So they've actually posted this on Twitter, right? This isn't actually an article. They've just posted it on Twitter to remind people that you can stake your soul. So obviously, if you hold soul tokens or soul coins, because it's on the Phantasma blockchain, you will be generating KCAL. That's the ticker symbol, which is Phantasma energy, and you'll be generating it 0 points at a what is it at a rate of 0.002 per one soul per day, right? So every soul you hold, you generate 0.002. Obviously, there's the option of becoming a soul master, but you do need 50,000 soul coins for that as well. So yeah, do check out my video cast with Lee Kai. It's going to be in the description below the video, in which we basically discuss all the different features that are going to be launched when Phantasma mainnet comes out this month. So it's very, very soon. So that's pretty cool, right? Let's move on and talk about the next piece of news, and that's also a tweet from Phantasma. Actually, it's from Translate Me, which is a project on the Neo blockchain, but Phantasma have retweeted this. They've made Phantasma Chain just made the winning wallet bigger and have offered to add 2,500 Phantasma Soul tokens now, but they're not saying what this is all about. So there must be some wallet somewhere, and we're going to get more info on that pretty soon, I think, which holds 2,500 Phantasma Soul tokens. So let's see what that's all about, right? Probably some giveaway, but 2,500 Soul tokens is quite a lot right now, considering that Soul has reached a price of 6 cents now with this run up. So cool, that's that. And let's talk about the important news on Phantasma, which is Phantasma's partnership with BitLaden, or BitLaden, I think it's pronounced. Now, BitLaden or BitLaden is a platform on which you can buy and sell cryptocurrency with fiat, and they make it possible to do it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. BitLaden is currently available for Europe and supports a Dutch version called Bitcoin Meester, as they are based in the Netherlands. Why are we becoming partners? Well, with this new partnership, Phantasma's Soul token will be listed on BitLaden, Bitcoin Meester, which makes Soul available for direct purchases with fiat in Europe. Soul will be listed on Monday, April 1st, which was 2 days ago at 1 o'clock. And in the future, once BitLaden have finished their APIs, we will be looking into a way to integrate their APIs within the Phantasma app to support fiat payments on top of cryptocurrency payments. As a result, BitLaden will be featured within the app. So this is the big partnership that Lee was talking about when he went to Crypto Crow's live stream. I mean, he has done a live stream with Crypto Crow with a number of YouTubers, including myself. And I remember that Crypto Crow asked him about a partnership, and this is the partnership basically that he couldn't announce. So this is very good news for Phantasma. Unfortunately, it's not available for Americans. It would be nice if BitLaden would be able to extend across the world, but I'm sure it's pretty difficult with regulation and all. But the fact that us Europeans can at least buy it, that's still really good, right? So that's open to a lot of people. Open to a lot of people. Now, I'm not sure what the actual fees are like on BitLaden. I will be checking it out myself to find out what the deposit fees are like when you try to make a purchase. But yeah, I'll check it out and I'll basically mention it in a future video. But yeah, very, very good news from Phantasma Chain, Fiat Gateway, making it easy for people to buy Sol, basically. And considering that the total supply of Sol is 100 million, that's going to be pretty cool as well. I know it's inflationary, right? It will be increasing by 3% every year, but there are reasons for that, and they are mentioned in their latest article in which they describe the tokenomics of Sol. So do check that out if you want to find out exactly why. So don't panic. It's very clearly explained why, and you'll understand. It's basically to keep the ecosystem alive. That's that about Phantasma Chain. So yes, they're very close to their mainnet. It will happen this month. I'm really, really curious how that's going to turn out, and if the market holds as well, that should be very, very bullish. So cool. Let's talk about the Neo news basically. So on Neo news today, we've got Narrative launching the beta platform with over 800 niches for content distribution. So they've been talking about this for a while. The beta platform is finally live. They've got the auctions here. So this is how it looks like. You can actually bid for a niche, for example. So Synchronicity has only one bid. Blockchain Games has 9 bids. So it's the current bid is 4,512 narrative tokens, NRVE. Hotels, motels, and non-residential lodging as well. That has one bid. So yeah, pretty cool. This is how it basically looks. So yeah, you're eligible to receive activity rewards by commenting, voting, and voting for nominated niches and voting in tribunal elections, upvoting and downvoting counters. So they're actually paying you to actually take part. If you take part in the auction, in the forums, then you do get paid, right, in narrative tokens. So yes, that's pretty cool. What else do we have here? So the platform continued to increase its user base in Q1 2019, rising to 7,000 people. Now, the Narrative co-founder and CEO Ted O'Neill stated that reaching 7,000 registered members during the private alpha phase was staggering, and considering that no one could even post content during that time. Clearly, there is strong demand for a democratized content network. Now, O'Neill also states that Narrative seeks to continue adding support for many more features this year, including tipping, publications, premium content options, and niche moderator elections, narrative reward accounts, acceptable use policy review, queues, and more. So that's pretty cool. So we'll get more updates from Narrative pretty soon. But yes, here is the public beta launch. And let's talk about Switcheo. Switcheo turns 1, so happy anniversary Switcheo. This was actually posted on the 31st of March. There have been a number of interviews, okay, since Switcheo released, since for this anniversary. And of course, since Switcheo released their decks, they've done a number of interviews with different YouTubers as well. They're the first DEX on Neo, basically. Now, when I say DEX, they're not really a DEX, right? They are actually a hybrid exchange because not everything is done off-chain. Not everything is done on-chain. Some things are done off-chain. So yes, they are a hybrid DEX. Even the Switcheo CCO Jack Yu, the guy on the left here, has actually mentioned that. So yeah, they've actually mentioned my video cast with Jack Yu as well. I've done one recently. It was the third interview that I've done with Jack Yu. I do have 2 other podcasts as well, so do check them out on my channel in the playlist section if you go to cryptocurrency podcasts. But yeah, really interesting. We basically spoke about Switcho's updates and what's to come. So everything they've done until now and also what's to come. And not only that, but they've actually mentioned some specific new feature called the Switcheo Chest, which is basically locking up your Switcheo for a specific amount of time to be able to get rewards. So do check that out if you go to the Switcheo Chest information here. It is quite interesting because there's a minimum of 15,000 Switcho that you can lock up for 90 days or 180 days, and you get some rewards at the end of the lockup period. So that's pretty cool. So of course you can lock up more if you want to get more rewards because you'll obviously hold a bigger piece of the pie compared to the rest of the people. So yeah, do check that out if you hold Switcho basically for and instead of just holding it in your wallet and not get anything, this is a way to generate some nice passive income for locking it up, kind of similar to how Ontology are doing with the node staking. So yeah, that's that about Switcho. Happy anniversary once again. And finally, let's close it off with news about Neo. So Neo Joy in 2019 conference is scheduled for April 20th in Beijing, China. So Neo Global has announced the Neo Joy 2019 Community Conference in Beijing, China on April 20th, and the 6-hour conference is going to be held at the Microsoft building, in which Neo blockchain games will be the theme. And according to Neo Global Development, Neo Joy aims to be the most influential and high-quality Neo community conference in China. Now, there's going to be some speakers there, of course, Neo's Chinese development community. Who else are we going to have there? Neo Next founder, Black Hat Game Platform are going to be there, the founder. Gayex is going to be there, the CEO. Fish Chain, which I've discussed already, that game on Neo. Actually, it's a game on Ethereum, but they're trying to, I think, move on to Neo because we've seen a partnership with Neo Name Service. So they have announced that, in which you can win NNC tokens if you play on Fish Chain, evening workshops and meetings and things like that. So they're basically going to cover Neo blockchain games, right? This is the theme and this is what they're going to be talking about. Now, I am curious how they're going to progress from that aspect because unfortunately some of the dApps on Neo are actually moving on to Ontology. So I don't know. Let's see what happens and let's see how Neo manages that, right? Anything is possible, right? Just when people think that Neo is dead, they actually go to all these different conferences, they start building partnerships, and they're trying to attract basically dApp developers, just like Ontology are doing, just like other projects are doing. So let's just see. Let's just see. I just hope that they had. I just wish that they had, some kind of official community Telegram channel or something, to keep people up to date and maybe have the CEO on there from time to time and things like that. Just have that interaction with the community because I think this is what the community is missing, right? If the community don't see that, then obviously there are problems, and also maybe to make their blockchain more customizable, kind of like Ontology, because if they don't do that, then dApps don't find that they can create, like, say, a side chain on Neo in the way that they want to do it. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem. They can't do it on Ontology, they can't do it on Neo. They just need to deploy the smart contract on the Neo blockchain and pretty much use the features that Neo have. So they are limited from that point of view. But we'll keep an eye out and see what's going to happen. That being said, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Again, if you're new to my channel, please do subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and leave a comment below and just let me know what you think of these news. Thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely day.